I was sent to the Alberta Bullying Centre as a requirement by my employer during an investigation into claims that I was bullying others at my place of work. I work in the oil and gas industry, and my role in my organization was as a head manager. My particular style of managing was tough and blunt. At least that's how I justified my actions for many years. I never thought to identify myself as a bully. Having worked in an industry that is considered to be relatively macho and working primarily with men, I did not anticipate my tough talk to employees would be taken in the way it was, or have the effect on people that it did. I thought this was the way it was supposed to be, to keep control of my staff and to get the productivity I wanted. The investigation identified my use of screaming, name-calling, uttering threats, and inappropriate jokes to be bullying and harassment. But this was normal in my field, until I was caught red-handed anyway. The employees had hard evidence against me, and I had no choice but to suck it up and make a change. I wanted to keep my job. The fact that I was considered a bully by employees was personally disappointing, embarrassing, and frustrating. My employer gave me two options: meet with Linda Crockett at the ABRC or be terminated. Having never heard about this type of service, I had no idea what to expect. I met with Linda several times over the course of months. First session I felt like a dog with its tail between its legs, yet defensive, with all kinds of excuses and justifications. She made it easy for me to see that this was not punishment, or, for that matter, a foolish process. I have to admit, I thought it would be bogus, but she knows her stuff, understood my mixed responses, making me feel at ease. There was no judgment or condemnation, nor unrealistic expectations put on me. Through these sessions, I learned the different ways that my behavior was, in fact, bullying, that there's a difference between tough leadership and bullying. With her knowledge on this topic, her ability to draw out examples from my own story and the evidence from the investigation, I was able to drop my guard and learn what is and what is not workplace bullying and harassment. My goal or intent in the way that I dealt with people was never to be a bully, but the fact that it was not intentional or that I hadn't set out to bully someone didn't lessen the negative impact that it had on those people. I finally got it. Linda was able to help me identify triggers that would set off some of the behaviors and help show me real strategies to deal with them. Triggers like high stress, worry, or lack of support from my own leaders. Lack of policies and procedures didn't help me much either. I realized what things needed to be addressed and the changes needed. Through the coaching and counseling process, I was able to work through the behaviors and develop better strategies to manage employees and to manage me. Initially, I looked at being sent to the Alberta Bullying Resource Centre as a negative repercussion coming from a complaint. I should say substantiated complaint. It wound up being probably the most meaningful work-related and personal experience I've had. I would often leave the sessions with a better understanding of not just my actions and how they impact people, but also a better understanding of myself and what was happening internally with me, issues that were contributing to these harmful behaviors. Gaining a better understanding of myself led me to not only stop the bullying behaviors at work, but also gain more control over what was happening in my personal life outside of work. The result? My health, personal life, and work life have improved substantially. I need to be a role model for those I am leading, and I realize now how I was creating a toxic environment. As a recovered or restored bully, if you go into this with an open mind and you're honest with yourself and the person counseling you, I guarantee you 100% you will get real value out of this process with the ABRC. This isn't a throwaway course with a no-fail exam at the end. This is something that has real tangible effects on your life. I can't recommend the Alberta Bullying Research Resources and Recovery Centre's program for people struggling with toxic behaviors enough. I remain anonymous, but I'm willing to talk to any employee identified for bullying if you contact Linda Crockett and make a request.